I know my bird and reptile genitals.
Let's limit it to bird and reptiles. Go.
What's going on, internet?
Neckbeards.
Today we're going to do something that has never been done. And that is...
By us.
By us.
Why? No one has done one of the, like
Visions
that.
of grandeur.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Nobody's spoiled Future Proof on a video yet.
Yes. So this is not an unboxing because we've already
done that.
we already opened
Yeah,
it up.
you can see that.
But yes, we have the future proof. We are future proof. Each of us have one of the 3 cards. Well,
The 20. We have 20 cards
Yes.
each. And then the 3 copies are distributed amongst.
It's math. It's very complicated.
That's why we have 3 hosts. We were anticipating this moment
yes,
where we
because
could
there's
break
only
Future
3
Proof.
cards. So what we're gonna do is go through this now. We haven't really looked at them yet, so this is first impressions. Thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe thumbs sideways.
maybe a middle.
Yeah, teetering.
I say that's a Spartacus thing, but he said it was
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Gladiator was out long before Spartacus. Well, except for the original Spartacus. That was like Charles.
Which is
Manson.
what I was
Oh, hey, look it.
referencing.
People are probably excited for these cards.
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that.
Yeah. First off here,
We have Retrieval
I
Run.
mean, I was gonna actually give the card number, but I guess who cares, right?
Nobody.
Only you,
Yeah.
really.
Not a soul. Not a soul. It's like, but they didn't tell me what order it came in.
Card
Nobody cares.
101.
These are in order too, so
Yeah.
if you want to spoil them on BGG.
Retrieval Run. It splashes for 2. It's an Anarch card, cost of 3, an event. Make a run on archives. If successful, instead of accessing cards, you may install a program from your heap, ignoring all cost.
So this is kind of like a new test run. Like it's got that same feel for me,
It's
right?
like a fresh test run.
So I think this card is really awesome.
But only coming from the grave.
Yeah, but still,
Still.
it's gonna make noise have that threat. I mean,
To bring parasites back?
yeah, like anything. You know what I mean? It's gonna be ridiculous. I really, really like this card.
Damn
actually.
you, noise. Noise in your toys.
Yeah, Noise got a lot of toys.
I don't run Anarchs, but how can you argue with that card?
You can't.
Right? Thumbs up from me.
No.
Pretty simple.
I think it's pretty cool. I think that you're running at was it the arc? Make a run on archives. Yeah, you're not even gonna be pulling anything anyway. So screw it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I was like, even if it's R&D, it would still be worth it because there's only like a 1 in 5, 1 in 6 chance, maybe less, that you're gonna snag an agenda, right?
Yeah.
So that still makes this more beneficial to do because it's gonna do more good in the long run. So good card. Good card.
And it doesn't say.
Are you giving it a
Oh yeah, it does say.
Yeah.
Are you thumbing it?
It's a thumbs up for me.
You call
Not
this
one of those.
this is thumbing it with bad publicity.
That's that. It's
Thumbing
thumbing
it.
it. Thumbing it with bad publicity.
All right, so now we got Darwin. It's a program for 3 with a memory cost of 1, or a memory, whatever you want to refer to it.
And
It's a program icebreaker AI virus. We've all seen this card on Fantasy Flight, but we'll go through it anyway. 2 to break a subroutine. The strength is how many counters are on it, and at the beginning of your turn, you can pay $1 to place 1 virus token on Darwin. This card is phenomenal. My first opinion is it doesn't fit too well into the structure of the noise mill deck, in my opinion. I think this works better with Wizard. Overall, I don't think this is going to replace Crypsis in the noise, but I think when I built mine, I wasn't too hot on Nerve Agent going in my deck, and I mean, at the end of the day, this is still a virus, which is awesome. So you could take out Nerve Agents, replace it with these things, and still have that huge beginning game. This is what I see with the static ice like Yug and Mimic and Morningstar. This is your early game ice wall breaker, static wall breaker, any of those things that are keeping you out that you don't want to spend a lot of clicks with Crypsis on, right?
Once again, too, it's going to have awesome synergy with Surge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Perfect
Nice,
synergy with
nice
Surge.
and quick.
Yeah.
Nice and quick. So that's pretty cool.
This
Yeah,
reminds
yeah,
me a
it's
lot
gonna
of like a
open every
Director
door.
Haas like a Director Haas card where it's got huge benefits. But I mean, obviously the downside is, the corp could just wipe all the viruses.
Yeah,
They could
you're
purge
gonna have to work at it.
So
Okay?
yeah,
Show it some-
you got to
show it
keep
some
it so
love.
it's like not worth it. To
No,
purge
no,
the
I think
viruses,
any
but-
good Anarch player wants that. They want them to spend a turn. I mean, obviously they want it to be on their terms, but the corp spending three clicks to purge viruses is beautiful. Especially since you could theoretically have, put the token on it next and surge it and bring it right back to 3 next turn.
Yeah.
Kick in the pants.
What I like about this is, even though it has a high splash, you're not going to probably be looking to get this out of faction that much. But the 1 MU for Anarchs, that works perfectly with
It's
them
great.
too.
Yeah.
They
You could search for it with Jin too because it's a
Yeah.
virus.
it's
A lot of synergy.
It's really good.
Something else that is pretty impressive to me is that finally the bad guy from Lilo and Stitch got on a card. So there's that also.
Oh wow, thumbs up for that.
I love the Darwin reference too.
What's a Darwin?
I don't know if we have to really explain the cards if we
The
take
guy who killed Jesus.
Oh, he.
Oh my god. So I don't think we have to read the cards off if we splash them up, right?
No, we probably don't have to. Are we gonna splash him?
Yeah, we'll try. We'll
splash
try.
him. Okay.
Data leak.
Reversal quick. Well, this is the next virtual resource, so we got another thing that Firefox could potentially trash. But I mean, it seems like it's gonna get trashed pretty much anyway.
Foxfire.
Foxfire. Install only if you made a successful run on a server this turn. If you're tagged, data leak reversal gains pay a click. Corp trashes the top card of his R&D. It's a resource. Another really good card. I
Yeah.
mean,
Zero
I'm
cost.
loving these cards that have huge upsides but huge weaknesses. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to see in this game. Like especially moving forward.
Yeah. And there's a lot of cards coming out that are like tagging.
Yeah. This is like it's another one of those ones that.
Not that they weren't there before, right? But I mean, and plus since it's Anarch, with noise, like you're just helping him mill quicker now,
Yeah.
right?
Which is
Awesome, awesome work. Thanks, guys. Hate noise mill.
No. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something that he got all uppity.
Yeah, you got
I
all
can't remember now.
spiteful there for a
There's
minute.
something intelligent too. Oh well, neckbeard, y'all lost out. Move on.
Well, I'm just gonna continue on. We got Ferry for 0. It's got an MU of 1. It's a program icebreaker killer. You could pay 0 to break a sentry subroutine, pay $1 to increase its strength, which is originally 2. Well, when an encounter with a
got
piece
this.
of ice,
You got this.
Make it
your own.
in which you use Ferry to break a subroutine, ends.
Trash. I don't remember reading a comma there after subroutine.
The grammar is so well.
Do you believe in fairies? Then?
Do you believe in magic?
So it costs 0. It's 1 MU. You're pretty much going to be
Is there an echo on that card?
trashing it anyway, right?
Oh.
I
Listen,
mean, I don't know. I'm not a
This
criminal
card
player.
for me, throw it down for nothing. Now you're not nearly as afraid of friggin' narrow
Sentries,
katanas,
all the
damn
bad
sentry.
things that happened to you early game from people springing magic ice on you is coming from sentries, with the exception of Wall of Thorns, which is the barrier. But everything else is coming out of a sentry that's going to trash your programs and deal you damage and all that crap. She's the way around it. Nice and early.
Yeah, and it's not costing you anything, right? So,
No. Well,
I mean,
a
to
little
put it
bit
out. To put it
A little
out.
bit to pump her up. But I mean, she's already starting at strength 2.
Strength
which
2 is
good.
good. No complaint. No complaint.
Totally worth it.
Super efficient.
Totes my goats. I like that fake laugh you just did.
That's a great movie. I love that movie.
What?
Friggin' I Love You Man.
Oh, is that what
Goats.
that's from?
That's totally what
Oh,
it's from.
wow. I used to work with the girls that all the time.
Is Mr. Lee from anything?
Yeah, from this potato pie. Are you gonna get on with this at all?
All right, Mr. Lee. He's a criminal. Well, maybe.
Special character too.
Yeah, he is wearing a robe.
Cost 3 to put out here. A click. Draw 2 cards. Add one of these cards to the bottom of your stack.
The robe looks to be made of silk.
I think it's a Komodo, but
That's a
This-
dragon. A kimono.
kimono?
Yeah.
You're
a,
wrong.
A komodo is like a lizard. I know a lot about lizards and lizard
It's a
genitalia.
kimono.
We've already talked about this.
I like this card a lot. Probably only gonna see 2 copies in my deck, but I mean, I spent a lot of clicks drawing cards, and now I'm gonna spend a lot of clicks drawing the cards I like to draw. Pick the ones I wanna have.
Are you nervous to put a card at the bottom though?
No.
Like if you get something that you've been looking for and you pull 2 copies or something, or
No, because think about like once you got your rig put together and you're coming across, I don't need that. You know what I mean? You're putting the crap at the bottom instead of discarding it.
It's awesome.
It's wicked. It's dirty wicked.
will you see it?
Because I only have two of each icebreaker, so I mean, so if say for instance I already have my Gordian Blade in play, I don't want to draw that Gordian Blade again.
No, not to mention, you also don't necessarily want to trash it just in case something bad happens to it. Right now, it's going in your library.
That's
and
what
then,
I thought. Like,
and then there might be another chance to shuffle your library, which is taken off the bottom and put it somewhere that might be more accessible.
but then again, if it does get trashed,
accessible.
you're waiting now because you know it's at the bottom.
Okay, you're being a cynic.
No, that's what I'm saying. But then you play another card.
That's what I get paid to do. That's where the internet money goes.
You get paid for that? Why are we seeing a card? Damn it! I knew we should have bought the camera.
That's how it works. The internet deposit goes into the camera owner's bank account.
Are you gonna see this in other factions?
Well, how was the splash too?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, you'll probably see it. I hope to see it. Oh, and it talks about Mr. Santiago.
Yeah, I think he's his boss.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think it's a Silk Road.
We're always happy to help, Mr. Santiago.
Santiago.
You're the boss. Here you go.
I appreciate it, Mr. Lee.
We'll be in touch. And Gabriel,
Yes?
don't let me down.
No, don't leave town.
Don't leave town.
Get bent.
There's no light on this side, so it was really hard to read.
All right, now we get into some good cards.
Yeah, the colors turn green.
You're a jerk.
The colors turn green for these cards. Indexing. It costs 0 to play.
That's awesome.
Obviously, it's a shaper. The splash is 3 here.
Event.
It is an event. Good work.
Mm-hmm.
Make a run on R&D. If successful, instead of accessing cards, you may look at the top 5 cards of R&D and arrange them in any order.
So
Dun dun dun.
frigging good.
This? And then Maker's Eye?
Just being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a run, and well, yeah, I guess because you.
Yeah, because I'll be like,
Maker's
suck,
Eye.
suck, suck, and then take all 3 of those puppies, right?
I'm just thinking of this card alone. I'm not thinking of it with like anything else at this point. But like this card alone, you're just like, oh, okay, so I'll just put all your income cards at the bottom, or go, I don't have enough money right now to run on the R&D. I'm gonna put that agenda that I saw last, so you can't score it, and then I'm just gonna sit here and build up my money, and then crash your R&D and just count your cards until, right? I think that's a great card. I'm gonna give the first thumbs up in like 8 cards because we lost.
I give it a thumb. We did lose that, didn't we?
I love those days when you're like driving to work. You're like, I think we should say everything, or we should sing everything in a song today. And then like by the time you hit the door, it's gone. Or we should talk like Yoda all day today.
Or like in the morning where you put that piece of chewing gum and you're like, I'm gonna chew this all day, and then you swallow it like a minute later.
Never happens to me.
Really?
Next card.
You have no soul.
R&D interface. Wow. Wow to that. Wow to the
I
card.
think Darwin also killed the soul.
It costs 5. It's a piece of hardware. It's a splash of 2. I expect to see it in a lot more decks. Whenever you access a card from R&D, access 1 additional card.
Okay, so this is better than
HQ
interface.
For the reason of
in your face, criminals.
Because you can mitigate what you have in your HQ. You can't choose what you don't have in your R&D.
So
the only scary thing in this is the same thing as HQ interface. You can't jack out after you hit a snare or anything else like that.
But again, it's better because with the HQ interface, they could be holding on to 2 snares, and like now you gotta look at both, right? Whereas this one, the chances are not as great as that. You know what I mean? But and they can't control, so they can't be ditching agendas and hoping you're not gonna find them. You're gonna find them.
That's the false sense of security that leads you into running into 2 snares.
Yeah.
Then we have Deep Thought. Another, is this the first virus for Shapers? I'm pretty sure. I think it is. So it goes in for 1. Is it?
What do you reckon's on his forehead there?
We might skip that.
It's an eye.
No. I've seen an eye before.
Just go.
This card smells funny. It costs 1, and it's got an MU of 1. It's called Deep Thought. It's a program virus, Shaper card. Whenever you make a successful run on R&D, place 1 virus counter on Deep Thought. if there are at least 3 virus counters on Deep Thought, it gains. When your turn begins, you may look at the top card of R&D.
That's cool. Not access.
No, look at it, but still.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And it just says you get to look at it. So you don't get
Yeah,
so
they
it's
don't
just
get to
like
see it.
accessing the card and just seeing it.
And the other guy don't get to see nothing.
So it's really cool.
Yes, so you really only have to do, you only have to build it to 3 and then let it sit there. If they don't purge your counters, right? So I mean, 3 runs on R&D. Hopefully, you can get this card out.
But then after, like, so the thing is that the first time somebody comes across this, they'll let it happen, and then you know what I mean. And they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, see it," and it's going to damage their game so much that every time after that, they're going to waste an entire turn getting rid of it because seeing what's there, seeing what's coming is so good.
I would say that I run R&D. I mean, obviously you run to find agendas, but I think the most important thing of running R&D is to just see what they have.
Yeah.
Period.
See what's up, and your doppelganger really helps you
Trash
rush through a lot of stuff there pretty quick.
I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know if I could find, because of Chaos Theory and how slim I'm running everything, I find it hard to find room for something like this, for some of these little niche cards.
See, but I think that a lot of people would say the exact opposite. I think that this, I mean, with that, say for instance you get to see the top card of their deck every time, you're not wasting your run going, I wonder what's on top of their deck.
Yeah.
I want to spend this money to go run over there. It's just like, and you're like, well, that's not an agenda. Yeah. I'm not going to go there.
Or you see the agenda and then you basically just spend your whole turn banking up to make sure you can get it, right?
Well, I guess too that when someone has makers, like if you're playing against, the shaper, you pretty much assume that they have 3 Maker's Eyes in there.
Yeah.
And you're putting.
I would assume everybody has 3 Maker's Eyes in their deck.
So you start icing up your R&D there, and I guess this card can also let you see. Since you're not going to make a run there, since they have like a glacier of ice, you can watch that agenda go to their hand, and then you what's going to be there.
Yeah,
right?
Very nice paraphrasing. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Did I kind of drag that out?
No. It was all. I want to do one. Oh, I don't want to do this one.
This is unique. This is a unique card.
It's a
It's
a unique card. I'm gonna do it.
Was any
It's
of these
called.
ones unique?
No.
I've been saying.
Oh, Mr. Lee was
Mr. Lee
unique.
is unique.
Yeah, there can only be one Mr. Lee.
Obviously.
There can only be
One.
Go.
Okay. Ready? Okay, go. New Angeles City Hall. So $1. She's a resource. Location government. Oh, it's not very good. $2 to avoid attack. That's what this thing does. And then you trash New Angeles City Hall when you steal an agenda.
I love avoid tag.
I know,
things.
but
like
decoy is like.
It's weird that
This
doesn't
could
have
very
the little
well be
trash
like
symbol.
all the time.
Why didn't they put the trash?
Think about having
goes
this in
away
play.
as soon as you
Think
score
about having
something,
this in play, and you do your friggin' account siphon run, and you're just like, okay, well, instead of spending the 2 clicks after that, I'm just gonna pay the $2 as I make the money.
Yeah, that's kind of a niche though.
I think I might throw one in.
It's
I
really
think I might
fun.
run 2
It's really
decoys on
fun
this.
when I see the flavor text and it quotes somebody that's not in the game yet that you haven't seen identity cards for. So this is quoting Mayor Wells.
Mayor Wells is the mayor of Toronto, the guy with all the cocaine, right?
No.
Good try.
He's got a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine.
Allegedly.
Come to Toronto.
Allegedly.
Come for the culture, stay for the cocaine.
Allegedly.
The guy's on a slippery slope. Oh, I like this picture. It's got this old man sitting down. Very old by
Old man? That is a wee boy. No more than the age of 6 or 7.
This is an inside joke, which we won't explain. 'cause
Eli.
Jameson's gonna have a
Wee lad.
1.0. The runner may spend clicks to break any subroutine, and they have 2 end run clicks. This is a barrier ice that costs 3, and it splashes 1.
Yeah.
Well, Haas Byroyd, time to throw out your friggin' wall of statics. 'Cause this card is
This
so
better than
much
that,
better.
yeah. Same cost, same case.
I love it.
But,
I
yeah.
love this. I love this card.
It just sucks that
Splashes
again,
for 1.
I know, but the whole friggin' you just spend your
Who cares? That is an awesome part, and that's why
Unless
it's
you
so
wanna
good.
stop 'em.
No, it's so good that they have more of these Byroids because this is the kind of thing that people aren't going to click through. You have this in front of your deck, they're not going to have enough clicks after they've ran into the Itchies, the Victors, all of those cards. You know what I mean? They're not going to have enough to break simple things like Eli.
See,
and this is where this card is
pretty
going to
partial.
be a
What if it's
monster.
I'm too
first, though? That's
partial
the thing,
to.
right?
Then don't res it. Don't spend the 3.
You're
Let
not
them
stopping
through.
them at all, though.
I do think this is a great early game ice, but we saw Eli 2.0 the other day at our special limited edition spoilers. So wait till Eli 2.0 comes out.
Reses for 33.
Yeah. We was having a beer with Richard Garfield, and he's like, guys, check out this card. And we're like, holy crap, it's Eli 2.0.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that Denzel Washington? He's like, yes, it is.
Oh, you've gone over the limit now. It wasn't Denzel.
Blind, the Bible, it's amazing. I just ruined that movie for you now.
All right, I'm going to pronounce this properly right now.
No, you're not.
Ruhr Valley. Is that right? Did I do it right?
No, probably like Ruhr.
Ruhr Valley.
Ruhr
It's an
Valley.
upgrade region for Hasbiroid. It costs 6. It trashes for 4. As an additional cost, to make a run on this server, the runner must spend an additional click limit, 1 region per server. Great card. I like that card. It's expensive, but I mean,
A Spency.
it's a Hasbiroid.
It's
But
a
it-
Spency.
Most regions are going to be.
Wait, could
up
this
there
be in the
anyway.
same deck with like an Adonis campaign?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that it's a Spency?
No.
Oh, cool.
No. And friggin' what's Chicky Adonis?
Eve.
So good.
I know.
Next card, might as well skip over. You got nothing to say here.
He's literally shuddering from excitement.
I love Ronin! Flatlined a guy last night using Ronin. Ow!
Before the game was even out, before
No,
the cards were out.
we've had this for a while.
Yeah.
We just not allowed to spoil them until now.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I was unaware.
That's how we have the Eli 2.0 too.
You're making a lot of promises for us now. Everybody's gonna expect these.
Or is it like, I didn't realize they were such savage liars.
Just remember,
handsome, although very much liars.
the best part about this card is it trashes for 2.
I hate your face. Anyway, it reses for 0. It's an asset. It's a hostile asset. Now, keep in mind, this is the first non-responsive piece of damage that Gen Taki can do. So, Ronin can be advanced. If there's at least 4 counters on Ronin, or at least 4 advancement tokens on Ronin, it gains pay a click, trash, do 3 net damage to this card is mind-blowing. Not only is it going to be another card that they're going to want to run at, but I mean, simple strategies in my head right now for this.
Very simple.
You have your Hasbiroid or your Genteki Shell game going on, and you put this in play with no advancement tokens, and then and hopefully you have a June bug in play. But basically, people are going to assume that any card with 3 tokens on it is a June bug anyway. But now you're making them go, do I want to run at that and chance that it's a June bug, or let them kill me on their own turn for doing nothing?
Jinteki just got really dangerous in the gambling games. Make sure you can poker face your play and not give that trick away.
I'm going to run through a Neurokatana, and then I'm going to, and the court player is going to spend his false leads to make you not be able to draw up, and then he's going to pay a click to kill you. There's so many scenarios where this card is going to ruin people. Oh, and if you have 2 of them advanced, what is that, 6 damage?
Yeah.
You can't...
I don't think, except for there's that one new, there's this one new identity that we might get to that has something that they can...
Oh, yeah.
Good call, my friend.
I know. They're all good calls. They
But
come from me.
you peeked ahead. Don't do it again.
So then we got Midori, who's a special character. She's our new Synops. This card I'm not so fond of. She goes into play, or she reses for 0. She trashes for 3. Once per turn, when the runner approaches a piece of ice, that's the part that I don't like. Protecting this server, you may swap that ice with a piece of ice from your HQ. The new ice is uninstalled or is installed unresed.
Unique too, so you're only having one of her there, right?
Yeah.
So
But the approach thing is a big that's a big tip off to the way this is going to work with the rules, and the way it should work is that if they are approaching the first piece of ice and that's what you switch, then they must obviously access that piece of ice. So say if the rules. But if they approach any other ice that's down on your server, then they still have that option to jack out because they have not chosen to access it, right?
I mean, for me, I can only see like a couple implications with my shell game, which would be like, you know, if they only have the 2 cards in their hand and they're making blind runs through like my hourglasses, then I could just swap that for a neural katana and kill them.
Yeah.
But that's just so situational. When they did that, I'm pretty sure we all read that kind of 4chan leak. When he made his card up, and when he made his version of this up, it was when you interact with the ice, which was getting me way too excited. But that's also probably way too good.
Yeah. One more thing too about this is that something that I don't really like. What? Yeah, you're gonna get a knock on me every time I talk about something. It could very well be serious. But anyway, so I like her. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing wrong with her. But her eyes are really far apart, and that's like a fetal alcohol syndrome thing. So shame on her parents, her mother mainly. Go on.
She's a clone.
See, what did I have to say?
So shame on her.
Creators. Gentech.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now,
Oh, are you ready?
yes,
Are you ready?
4 amazing cards.
Are you feeling it?
We have the new NBN. Something that probably me and one other person have been waiting for.
We know you're out there, NBN player.
Unite.
Two guys.
The world is yours, Tony Montana style. It's a 40 deck size.
You explained this so well.
It's yellow.
They're literally
I'm keeping
dying
this
from
suspense.
suspense. Go on, you're doing a good job.
12 splash, and your maximum hand size is increased by 1.
So 40 card deck, 12 splash, maximum hand size up by 1 to 6. Or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
based
so
on
if you
brain
want to
damage.
double Ronin me, bam, not happening.
Well,
Yeah, but
it's-
you have to
it's
hold
happening.
6 cards in your hand, and I can't double Ronin NBN. Jackass. So when we're having our corp on corp game,
So it's like, so what I'm saying is that Ronin is useless because this card exists.
So what were you psyching me up with the?
just because he's an idiot doesn't mean you have to follow him.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not an idiot.
You
Yeah,
said
you said
when
we had
I
a
said
card
I could kill
coming
you
up.
with six cards. You're
Yeah.
like, no, there's a card coming up that's gonna stop that.
Well, it does stop it.
I said that was a good impression, eh?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
Don't high five him. Don't have
sit
your
on the
idea.
other side. All right, actually,
Oh, we done? We're moving on?
yeah, we're fine.
All right.
This is actually the next card I've been
We're
waiting
not
for
talking
a
about
long
that
time.
at all. We're
Yeah,
not talking
okay,
about
go
it.
ahead, discuss.
This card is friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't I portray that?
No,
Yeah,
you were just
you
like,
did,
you
but
just like,
you
you,
were playing.
you,
You were just like-
tripped
you're just-
out of the gate.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, blah.
I don't know. I haven't actually like figured out too much, but I'm pretty sure you could run like all 2-point agendas. They're all like 3 advanced agendas. Like this is just mind blowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not to mention because you're going to be having a smaller deck. There's more of a chance that you're going to draw their agendas. I guess maybe not. because
Size
it's
doesn't
mitigated.
matter though.
Good one.
Chicks love small decks.
Done. Okay, let's go on.
That's why I also run Chaos Theory.
Right along. All of my decks are super tiny. Ladies.
And over to you.
Project Beal. I want to do it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, Project Beal. So this is pretty amazing. So they're worth 2 agenda points.
If he's
It's
small
going to cost you
sizes,
3 to advance this puppy. Agenda research. When you score Project Beal, place 1 agenda counter on it for every 2 advancement tokens over 3. Project Beal is worth 1 additional agenda point for each agenda counter on it. So
If that card had no text on it,
it would
be
already be
awesome.
good. Yeah, and now it's.
You're just like, you know what? I don't really have the funds for it. Let's just score a 2-point agenda. I'm just like, I had one of those, you jerk. But they're like, no, I'm pretty fortified. Let's make this worth 7 points.
Yeah. Awesome, really wicked. Like, because this wouldn't even be. This would be awesome to pick up early game. And you're like, well, whatever. I somebody. Hey, I know that they're not running inside jobs. I know they got no way past that first piece. I just put a wall. Advance, and like your game's half over. Scoring 1
Yeah.
bloody card.
What is
Dirty.
it? Astroscript. I'm just gonna keep my agenda.
Yeah,
Advancement
you've
tokens.
already scored 2 Astro scripts,
Two-
and you score this
Oh man.
Boom, boom.
thing. Done.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, I never even thought of that. That's retarded.
That's from an NBN mind.
Fast
That's why
advance
it's-
NBN. Fast advance NBN. Heard it here first.
Actually, I was.
That was us.
That was me. It was all
I
me.
was the first one.
You were the first one.
We pushed that little snowball down the hill and it grew into us being right, internet.
My mom said I'd never do anything.
I want to read this one. I like
All
this
right,
one.
all right.
This one's a good one.
Go ahead.
So, mid-season replacements. It's an operation for 5. Play only if the runner stole an agenda during his or her last turn. Trace 6. This is the second trace that does this next to the friggin' data hound.
Yeah.
If successful, give the runner tags equal to the amount of by which the trace strength exceeds his or her link strength.
So, what did you mean about this is the first one that does it?
This is the first.
Like
this
the
is the
first
second
It
one.
punishes them
Trace-
for not paying
Trace,
anything.
are you referring to Trace 6?
No.
No. If you like normal traces, you're just like, I'm not gonna pass it anyway. I won't pay anything. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, the run ends.
Okay.
But this one, you're like, well, I don't want 6 tags, so I'm gonna put $4.
It's like, take my money. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
A good compliment with the original NBN, which is giving you 2 extra tracing credits.
Yeah, and also the original NBN that loves psychographics. Peace. Take friggin' piss ton of friggin' tags on you.
Yeah.
Take
Watch
this
out-
next one. Take
Watch
this
out
next
for me
one.
now.
Now we're on to the monster card.
If you are not excited about this, then
This
there's
card
something
is
wrong
mind-blowing.
with
I
your brain.
have been excited, so there's nothing wrong with me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not
Um,
sensing it.
This is
Peter's on unfair.
one of the perfect ice that I have been waiting for. It's an ice for NBN that does damage that I don't have to splash into my deck. It's the Flare. Most of you have already seen this on Fantasy Flight's 2-card spoiler. They really trickle out on this one. Go ahead.
No, he's waiting. Go ahead.
Trace 6. If successful, trash 1 piece of hardware, do 2 meat damage, cannot be prevented, and end the run.
Boom.
So if this was a regular piece of NBN ice, that would be 3 separate subroutines, all of which you could break for that have like a trace 2.
Yeah.
This is messed up. This
Century
card is
costs 9.
messed up. Oh yeah, and it's a century that costs friggin' what? Not how much?
Not
$7 for a ninja to break.
Yeah.
Because it just christens that 5 strength.
Yeah. So.
Oh my god, this is brutal. That card is brutal.
Yeah.
3 to splash too.
And trash hardware, it's not even like that stupid friggin' Whalen one where they're like, oh yeah, well I have to exceed your. Oh, I guess that's another one that does it. Either way, that card is mind blowing.
3 left.
And another NBN card. I don't care what anybody says. Dedicated response team. This is
NBN
going to
card.
be a new deck right here, and I'm gonna figure it out.
Enlighten us, my friend.
It reses for 2. It trashes for 3. It's an asset. It's a hostile asset. My favorites. If the runner is tagged, dedicated response team gains whenever a successful run ends. Do 2 meat damage. Obviously this is good in an NBN deck because they're gonna stick the tags. This deck is gonna be amazing.
Lots of tags.
3 trash.
3 to trash is phenomenal. We haven't seen Whalen Shell Game decks yet. This is going to be the perfect card that's going to unlock that deck. But Gen Techie, Replicating Perfection, this card is phenomenal. If you could get, 3 of these, 3 Bernice Meyers, that's a perfect combo. You have the Bernice Meyer under your R&D or whatever. They run through it. At the end of the run, you res Bernice Meyer, res 3 of these things, they're dead. It's over. This card is a game changer. This is.
We'll see. Let's see what these guys can put together with this.
It'd definitely be heavy splash though. Like that's 3.
Yeah, but
3.
It's,
Okay,
but if you can
so
build
let's
a
think
deck
about the
around
people who run Scorched Earth.
Scorched
now,
Earth and
which is
NBN deck.
4.
Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, a recurring Scorched Earth. So much friggin' better.
True.
I never liked Scorched Earth. This card, as soon as I saw it, I was like, holy crap! It's so friggin' good.
Hit us with the last 2.
Burka Bugs. Burka Bugs. All right. So this puppy is it's
The
Ice
E on
Sentry
the end is
Destroyer.
silent, you
Burk,
idiot.
yeah, I know. I like saying like Berkey.
You idiot.
Berkey Bugs.
You idiot.
So anyway,
Interesting card.
Sentry. It's a trace. Is that a friggin' 0? Oh, that's awful. Trace 0. If successful, the runner trashes 1 program.
So everything about this card
0,
is
0, and 0.
0 to res, 0 strength, 0 to trace.
And
I love that aspect. I love it. trashing a program is a huge detriment.
Especially early game.
But this card is not. It's not costing you anything. It's just gonna be an annoyance. It's gonna be a swarm of bugs in the server.
Notice that. Oh, so how much? $0? Yeah, trace 0. No, you have to trace 1. You'd have to beat it. If they had $0, you'd have to.
No, if you tie it, I think.
Yeah. No, if they tie it, they break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So they
you'd
can-
have to at least pay $1 when they have no dollars.
But whatever. It's very
Yeah.
awesome.
Whatever.
Does this for nothing.
Whatever.
And it's in a Wayland deck. What does it splash for?
You're in a whale.
1.
Whew, it's good. I like it.
All right. You have the last one too.
Okay, corporate war. So we have a colorless agenda. Again, thankfully, and it's a 4 for 2. So another thing to. Well, hey.
We need 3 for 2s. That's what we need.
Well, that's what we would.
You're a
very
Gen
much
Techie
love.
player. Stop agreeing with these cards.
I'm not. I play Wayland now.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so this is a great alternative to Private Security Force if you've got no need for the tagging and the damage. Scores for 4, scores you 2. If you have at least $7 when you score Corporate War, gain $7. Otherwise, lose all credits in your credit pool.
That card was spoiled a long time ago. I think everybody kind of gets it. Awesome card. I just really like that card.
I like
Again,
it too.
I'm gonna go on my little rant of I love cards with huge upsides and huge downsides.
Yeah, it's not even that huge of a downside because if you have
Could
less,
potentially be
it could
a huge
be
downside.
depending on how
Are you
your
done?
opponent's doing. But if you lose $7
Should I be done?
or
Oh, that was a little rant then.
losing less than $7 is not the end of the world, right? Not like somebody like what's that bloody card? Closed accounts. Oh yeah, $23. Yeah, close those accounts. That's
Yeah.
brutal.
Anybody who's gonna stockpile that much credits.
No stockpile, just earn on a regular basis.
The Genesis cycle goes out with a bang.
Genesis.
I would have to say.
Best pack of the cycle, hands down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Well, because it's got the MBN agenda. I hope they don't wait so long to give us something else.
Identity. Oh, the agenda. Yeah. No, but identity and agenda. Yeah, the agenda is the most important part.
I would have liked an
NBA has
NBA.
been dying for that.
I would have liked Midori to be an ice.
Fetal
personally.
alcohol girl.
Yeah, fetal alcohol.
Wait. We're back on the upside. We back from the last pack. I thought the last pack was kind of blasé.
Blase. That makes it sound cool.
Yeah.
It was blase. It was a blase deck.
That makes
Italian.
it sound not cool.
I don't know. Italian.
It's fugazi.
That's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what they say, isn't
But-
it?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. Spread it around. Email this link to your friends. We're out.
Listen to pandering.
Why don't you
You know what? I always stay on.
join the Facebook page?
I always stay on topic at least. I may be slow to get the words out, but I'm not talking about. I have an important point.
Are we on Tumblr?
No. I'm pausing.
Can you subscribe to Tumblr?
Yeah, you can. Follow.